We can move now to the factorization, and we have now an easy way to write or construct our analysis polyphase matrix. And we have that HD MDCT of Z is equals to the FA times this delay matrix times this T. And we observe that these three matrices are now much simpler and also much more efficiently implementable. FA only contains real or complex numbers, and it's a sparse matrix which can be efficiently implemented. And also D of C, we have only the delays, and T, the DCT4 transform, can also be efficiently implemented, for instance, using our DCT4 function from lecture 2, which we apply to each block. For the synthesis polyphase matrix, we get the GMDCT is equal to T to the power of minus 1. Then we have this Fs of Z, and this is equal to T to the power of minus 1 times Fs times Z to the power of minus 1. And we can apply the same trick now with the synthesis polyphase matrix. We assume that we can also write it as a sparse matrix Fs. And now with the inverse transform matrix in the beginning, to invert the analysis transform matrix solving for the sparse matrix Fs of Z, and this yields T times GMDCTZ is equal to Fs of Z, and this results in this matrix here. And we can also use Python to obtain. So what we are doing, again, we will use SymPy, so we're importing SymPy. We are defining Z as a symbol. We define n equals to 4. Here we are doing our baseband prototype filters, the symbols. Here we have the polyphase matrix G. Each column contains the impulse response. Here we have our transform matrix T, same principles that we use for the analysis. Now we are using for the synthesis, and we can compute the sparse matrix, so it will be T times G. And here we have again this diamond shape, but now with a different ordering of the coefficients of the baseband prototype G of n. So the time or phase coefficient n of our baseband prototype G of n runs from left to right, which also corresponds to transposing of matrices. Now observe that here the delays are on the lower half of our matrix. We can again factor out these delays with a matrix which will multiply from the left hand side, and which has the delay on the lower half of its diagonal. We can again write this needed matrix using our just defined matrix dz by using its inverse. Remember that the inverse of a diagonal matrix is obtained by inverting each element of its diagonal separately. So this is an example how to inverse a diagonal matrix. And therefore we get this delay, inverse of this delay given here. This means that we replace z to the power of minus 1 by z in the delay matrix. But this would result in a non-causal system. So z denotes the future block. To make it causal and also to obtain the delays on the lower half of the diagonal, we need to multiply the inverse matrix by z to the power of minus 1. So we are multiplying this inverse matrix by z to the power of minus 1. So this now has the delays z to the power of minus 1 on the lower part of its diagonal as needed. So what we did is to make it this delay matrix to make it causal, and also to obtain the delays on the lower half of the diagonal, we multiplied the inverse matrix by z to the power of minus 1. And using this result, we obtain the synthesis folding matrix Fs. It's given by this matrix 5. In this way, we can rewrite the synthesis polyphase matrix as GMDCT of C equals to T minus 1 times Z Using this result, we obtain the synthesis folding matrix Fs, given here by this matrix 5. And this way, we can rewrite the synthesis polyphase matrix as the GMDCT of C equals to T to the power minus 1 times Z to the power minus 1 times D to the power of minus 1 of Z times Fs.